didn't teach me that trauma wasn't in the brain and had anything to do with my thoughts, because it doesn't. Trauma that's creating anxious attachment, per se, since that's what we're talking about today, anxious attachment, actually lives in the nervous system. Our body remembers what's going on. And the nervous system is just as much a part of the brain as the brain is the brain. But for some reason in Western civilization, Western medicine, we separate those two things when you wouldn't do that for a tree, right? You have the tree and then you have the tree's root system. Both are the tree, and both are just as much the tree as the what they would call the tree itself that you can see. But just because it's in the nervous system and we can't see it, don't relate to it as well, does not mean it's important. And so, in essence, the warning that comes with me, if any client that I have worked with would say, or my colleagues or friends, is that if you want things to stay the same in your life, do not engage Zach. He is the wrong person for you to engage if you want everything to remain the same. I have had a nature of always bringing transformation and change wherever I go. And then when I was gifted, notice I said gifted, with the traumas that created a dysregulated nervous system and unmastered emotions in my own life that showed up after 17 years of marriage and then divorce, and then 17 years also in a very toxic religious environment where I worked every day for my entire life up until that point in 2011. It created a very unregulated human being that struggled even sometimes walking down the street without looking over my shoulder. And especially when it came up into relationships, when I got a divorce after 17 years of marriage, I didn't know I was anxious attachment. I didn't even know what that was. But suddenly I got in these relationships that love felt like anxiety. And suddenly I was concerned when they were off at work and we weren't close that they were going to leave me, or that they were going to cheat on me, or that they were going to do something to not be with me. And that came from one of the core wounds, one of those wounds being an abandonment wound that I was holding and didn't know how to resolve. But after going through that divorce is when I started going through psychotherapy, because it was really, really important for me to figure out how to resolve this thing in me. So in essence, here's what I do. These three things.